Okay, hey everyone, my name is Renee. Welcome to Blessed and Beautiful. I'm glad that y'all are here with me today. I'm going to be making a necklace. I'm applying some rose infused lip oil that's from the dollar store, y'all. And I tell you, this has been one of the best lip glosses I've ever had. Alright, I hope everybody's having a good weekend. It is Saturday when I'm recording this. Saturday. Wow, this month is almost over. My goodness. So today I'm making a necklace, as I said, and I'm excited because I have some beading wire. This is Econoflex, and I wanted to try this out because when I was purchasing my wire from Softflex, I didn't have a lot of money, and so I got one of their kits that had 3 colors in it. This is Softflex beading wire. It's amazing. A lot of people who make different necklaces, bracelets, and other jewelry items using wire, they all say that this is really, really good. This wire is very flexible. It almost does not feel like wire. Almost. So while I was shopping at Softflex, I found Econoflex, and I went through the reviews, and they said that Econoflex is amazing. The reviews were great, so I purchased 3 different ones, and the price is just unmatched. So I believe that this was about $4, whereas this one is anywhere from $9 to sometimes $20, depending on where you pick it up from. So I looked at this and I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and try it. So the white and the steel color, this is steel gray, these two were their regular price, but the black was on sale for $2. So I had to grab that too. So I'm going to use the white today. All right, so we're going to be making a necklace, and here at the top of the screen are the beads, and these beads that I'm using came from the Bargain Bead Box subscription box for May 2025. So this is what all of the items that are in that box were. These are all of the beads, the findings, and everything. The only thing that's different is I added this in when I was making a bracelet or something like that. I dropped these in here just as a filler. So the clear did not come in with the Bargain Bead Box, but everything else is the right products. And I'm going to be using this lavender amethyst. We're going to be using these Malaysia jade beads here. We're also going to be using today the trumpet flower beads, and then these 2 here. I believe this is like a tulip right there. It's like a pink or a lavender type tulip, and it's also some green leaves. And let me show you here in my little container. I was keeping all of the items separate so that you could see exactly what I'm going to use today. So I showed you the tulip bead, the green leaves. We're also going to use these green bicones. That's also from the box subscription. The tulip flower. Now, and these white porcelain floral beads are from the Bargain Bead Box. These gold bead caps, they're from my own stash, and I was so happy because I finally got to use, if you can tell, these 2 are the same design. One's larger and one's smaller, and I was like, I would love to do a project where I could use them both, and so that works out for this necklace. And then on this side are some bicones, and these bicones are from Amazon, I believe. And I believe it's Amazon Vine. I'm a reviewer for Amazon, and I get items for free as long as I do a review. I believe that that's where I got these from. All right, so these are bicones, and they're also similar to that, where there's a smaller and a larger of the same bead. Okay, and these are glass. So I do like that. They're very nice, actually. I just wish they had other colors. I got 4 boxes. I get confused on which is which because they look the same after a while. I also am going to be using these crimp beads. The crimp beads are from the company, I keep forgetting to look up the name. The company that makes this crimper. Is their name on here? No. I keep forgetting, but the company that makes this, I believe it's called the Magic Crimper. That's not the name of the company, but this particular item, I believe it's called the Magic Crimper. And these are the crimp beads that go with this, that work well. Along here, you see at the top of the screen, I've put all of the beads that I'm using. They're in order because me, Renee, Renee likes to talk. And I mean, I'm a slatey. I try to slay everything I do. But let me tell you, I can't talk and bead at the same time. It's my design. It's my design. And I still picked up the wrong bead and mess up my own design. So I decided to put everything in order. When I finish with this, and I'm sure that I want this side to be, you know, the way it is, we're not going to take anything off or change anything, then I'll lay out the beads on this side and we'll finish up that side. So we're going to start by pulling out some of this white, trying to take off the amount that I need, because what I'm going to do is work from the middle. That works well for me, to work from the middle. I have my new cutter here. Also, what I brought out here is the blue necklace that I made for myself about a month ago, and that necklace is the perfect length for me, so I'm going to use that necklace to measure the necklace for today, just to kind of give me an idea of what size. I'm sorry guys, I am trying so hard to get this back on here. All right, so we're going to start from the middle. And I love this pendant. Oh, it's so pretty. It is so pretty. So that's gonna go in the middle. And let me measure this against my blue necklace here. And the blue necklace has beads that came from, oh yeah, this is way too long. The blue necklace has beads that came from the February box. Okay. So what I'm going to do is pull this down some. Like that. Because there's enough string on here where I could make like a bracelet or something. So we're going to cut that off and put that over there, and then we'll work with this. Make sure I have everything in order. All right, so first we're going to start with the pendant, because that's going to go right in the middle, and some of the there we go. Some of the different content creators that I watch, everybody has like their own style, and so I watch different creators just to get ideas on how to, you know, how to go about beading something, how to measure, you know, things of that nature, how to use the different tools. And so what I find is that just about everybody has their own style, and once you learn, you just kind of do what works for you. Oh, I forgot to show you, we are also using some gold hematite today. Do y'all see that? It looks like real gold, doesn't it? I love this hematite, and I have it also in silver and in rose gold. Okay, so to start this necklace, I'm using a gold hematite to be sure that the pendant swings the right way, so, and that it swings, period. So I'm using a small enough one where it will hold the pendant but still allow it to swing freely. And then I'm going into my lavender amethyst, and I'm using the little baby gold bead caps. The lavender amethyst wasn't really my favorite, so I'm using the bead caps to liven it up a little bit for me. But let's be real, I use bead caps all the time, so yeah, it is livening it up a little bit for me, but I probably would have used them anyway. Okay, next I'm using this gold spacer, and I did get this from the Bead Box Bargains, and I don't think they're still on there. I was on there yesterday, even earlier this morning, looking to see what they have, because they dropped the companion box to this actual box that I'm using right here, and the price was just a little high for me right now. I know in the future I will want to get companion boxes, but I didn't get it this time. But while I was on there, I looked at spacers and bead caps, and I don't remember seeing these. If they are on there, I'll link it, because they are really nice spacer beads. I like spacer beads that aren't just round. You know, I want them to have some kind of design to it. These porcelain beads are so pretty. I really, really like those. And this is where I'm using that larger bead cap. And the larger bead cap, I didn't have enough. I only had 4. So when I get to my last porcelain bead on this side, it's a different bead cap. And I couldn't do both sides because even with that one, I didn't have enough. So this is one of the first times I'm using only one bead cap on the beads, but it's okay. You can do it that way. Okay, that light is just so harsh for me and I can't see what I'm doing. The light is so yellow. There we go. It's not going to stay that way though. So what I did here was I made it look like this flower is kind of like a vase standing on some type of pedestal. And I was originally going to reverse it so that you would then see it like this and it would look like this was the flower. But in the end, it didn't work out with the rest of my design. So I'm just going to let it stay like, you know, in this direction for all of the flowers. And here's that golden hematite. I love it. It looks like real gold and it's so faceted and I just love it. It has like this heft to it. Feels like gold. Feels heavy like gold. And then look at these little itty bitty bead caps. They're so tiny. And those are just perfect for these tiny 6mm beads. The lavender amethyst. So I've gotten to this point. I want to look and make sure that I'm liking the way everything is because I'm almost to the end and it looks pretty. Let's see how it looks this way. It's actually very pretty. I really wanted to make sure that I had flowers, you know, just to live up to the beautiful flowers that are on this pendant. So I think I'm pretty happy with it. I did want to have more pink, something a little more pink to go with the pink flower. You see, that flower is very pink. And the tulip that I have, even though it's pink, it's only pink on one side and it's a very, very light pink. So we will let it slide this time. All right, I'm trying to make sure, am I putting the right thing? No, I need to put, okay, so this is where my pattern stopped. All right, so I'm gonna put the rest of my beads in order so I don't mess it up. Okay, got that, got the leaves, got the tulip, the 2 bicones, and the mulberry. What is that called? Whatever it's called, it looks like a berry to me. I mean, it straight up looks like I can eat this. Like it's raspberry, berries, pomegranates, candy. So let's string this. And then what I needed to decide was what did I want to do at the top? Oh my gosh, I didn't pull out a, oh, wait a minute. I didn't pull out a lobster clasp, but there is a toggle. I forgot all about that. Am I right? Is there a toggle? Yes, here it is. Okay, the reason why I didn't pay attention to this one is because it's so small and I really want to use it for a bracelet. That's why I didn't pull it out. It could be used for a necklace, but I've already planned to use that for a bracelet. Okay, so we need, let me string the rest of these, and then I need to look in my box and see if I can find a lobster clasp or a larger gold toggle, which I don't think I have. I do have a lobster clasp though. A lobster clasp on my necklace is not as bad as a lobster clasp on my wrist, because I can use both hands for my necklace and kind of, you know, oh no, that's what the extras are for. When one flies out your hand and goes on the floor, that's why you have extras. Yeah, I can fasten a lobster clasp on my necklace a lot easier than I can on my wrist for a bracelet. So that's why I want to save that toggle clasp for a bracelet. Okay, so I have my 2 bicones. Okay, so this is the end. This is where I wanted to decide, since this is the end of the pattern. Let me put these, this will be the last bead. Do I want to, I know I don't have enough bead caps to continue using bead caps, but I wanted to know, you know, should I just go up and around to the lobster clasp with my bicones? Yeah, I have a little bit more space. I think I'm gonna put the 3 I think I'll put 3 of the amethyst, lavender amethyst. We did get some pink. I was saying earlier that I had wanted more pink for the pendant, but this pink, you guys, is so light. I can barely see it, that I just decided not to use it. It's very light. I've never had rose quartz, so I was a little surprised. I thought it would be a deeper pink than that. So I don't know what I'm going to use that for yet. But we will use the lavender amethyst here that goes with the rest of the necklace. And we're just going to, well, let me put a, I know what I was going to put here. I was going to put one of the, just end it with a large bicone. Okay, let's pull out my lobster clasp. Let's see what the lobster clasp is looking like. There's some jump rings here. Okay, so I got this kit here. Alright, so I pulled out a gold lobster clasp and a jump ring. And you guys will not believe, I had like the gold ring that you use to open and close jump rings with. I had that in my hand, and now I have no idea where it is. You would think I lived in a 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath house with the way I can't find stuff, but nope. 2-bed, 1-bath apartment. I still can't find anything. Oh my gosh. All right, so we're gonna stick with the plan. We're gonna put 3 amethyst beads, and I kind of think this is gonna be too long, you guys. I think I'm overachieving here. I'm gonna go to the bathroom to check the fit. I'll be right back. Okay, everybody. I am short. I've probably mentioned that several times here on this channel. I am short, and the way that this necklace lays from the bail to the end is perfect. And so having just these beads along here and not having to worry about the more decorative items made sense, because you don't see these as they go around the back of my neck. So now having these here going around the back of my neck, it's kind of like a waste of beads because you won't really see them, and they're more decorative, and I would rather them be like on a bracelet than to be at the back of my neck. My braids and my hair, when I wear it, it falls down where it would cover these beads. So I'm glad that I stopped to measure. So we're going to take off the from here up, from the bead cap up, we're going to take all of this off. And I'm actually going to lay it over here so it'll already be in the right order for the other side. Okay. And then back over here, since we stopped it there, I'm going to do very similar to what I did on this side. I did, all right, so 1 bicone and then 2 beads. And I'm just going to use the amethyst because they're not really my favorite, and I won't mind that these are towards the back. So we're going to do a bicone, 2 amethyst beads, a bicone, 2 amethyst beads, until we get to the same measured end like we have on that side. So this is a way that you can like plan things out, is to measure it up against something else that you know, is at a good length that you feel comfortable with. And I really do like this blue necklace and where it falls on me, so let's do the same thing on this necklace. I hope I don't run out of amethyst beads. Let me see how many are in the container. Okay, enough. Did y'all check out my new tool? It's called a spoon. I use it to get those beads out so I'm not like struggling. Okay, so we need another bicone. And I want to thank everybody in the beading community who's been so welcoming to me. I really appreciate it. I'm so upset that I missed Becky's live last night. And I don't know if Kirk has done a live. I did watch her most recent video where she was talking about what she likes about the bargain bead box and if it's worth it. So I did watch that video, but I don't know if she did another live after that. And I also like watching Colleen. Colleen's funny. She just makes me laugh. But they all have been so welcoming. Some of the other people who are in the audience. That's how we call it, the audience during Becky's lives. You know, everybody's just so fun and welcoming. So, and I'm learning a lot. Okay, so we're going to stop here. And we're going to put a jump ring. And we're going to use our crimps. I'm sorry if I got anybody confused because I didn't turn the necklace around the other way, but we're still working on that one side. All right, let me just dump because this isn't working. There we go. Oh, this is too stuck together. Oh, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get those apart. There's 2 stuck together. Okay. All right, so we got our crimp. Now, of course, the first side is always easiest for me because I'm not worried about how close it is to the end and, you know, if it has enough space and all that stuff. I don't really have to worry about that much on this side. So I'm going to use these pliers and this crimper to make sure this is nice and closed. I'm going to put a crimp on here. Oh my gosh. I'm going to put a crimp on here. Oh my gosh. I heard it fall into a box. So let's pray to God that I can find it, because these are not the, you know, these are not the El Cheapo ones. These are the ones that are needed for the crimper. So I need to find that. I heard it fall in a box. So I have some boxes over here still with pen stuff from when I was vending. Okay, so now we're going to pull everything up. There we go. Sure everything is up. And we're going to clip it. This is the part that I also have trouble with, being able to clip the wire as close as possible so it's not sticking out. Like, I don't want that to show. There we go. Okay. Got my ring on there. So let me set up for the other side. Okay. All right, so now we are working on the second side, and I just laid the first side out and lined up all the beads next to it. And excuse me, we are ready to go. I try to like use this to stick down in, but then it gets caught in the towel. So my dining room table is glass, and I had to put the towel down, or else these beads would be rolling all over the place. And I don't have a bead mat yet, so one step at a time, one step at a time. Now this Econoflex, it is a lot less flexible than the Soft Flex. It is more flexible than regular wire, but I do prefer the Soft Flex to this. It is doing its job though, so for that I am grateful. And also because I figure I'm still practicing and learning a lot of stuff, so having something that, you know, if I end up having to cut too much or cut it wrong and end up throwing a lot away, it's not as much money as the premium Soft Flex, so I feel better about that. But I can definitely tell the difference since I have worked with the Soft Flex before. But you guys, it's only $4, and it does have I think it was about 7 or 8 colors. So if you're new to the beading world, and or if you're on a budget, this is a great alternative to the regular Soft Flex. Now, can someone answer a question for me and let me know what Tiger Tail is? Is it the same as this and just a different brand? Does it work as nicely as this? Which do you prefer? Just, I don't ever really see Tiger Tail as much as I see soft flex. And at first I thought it was like a whole different type of wire. I thought it was for, okay, it rolled over there. I thought it was for something else. I'm trying to figure out why this is here. Okay, because it's next. That's why. Because it's next. Okay, I just wanted to be sure. But yes, there is some tiger tail for sale in the Bead Box Bargain, and the turquoise is gone, which I'm mad because that's my favorite color. But once I finish, I'll go pick up the white, I believe, and there was some pink, which I don't have pink, so I will grab that. And it's very affordable, and we get 30% off, so let me know about the tiger tail. Okay, I put my bead cap on wrong. It's upside down. These are so pretty. These little bicones, they do catch the light. Oh, there are also bicones for sale on the well, not for sale, but it's their new items that they have for this week, this Sunday, what is it, Monday through Friday. They do new stuff every Monday. So there's these bicones with swirled colors that I want to pick up. Okay, am I putting this on the right way? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna check before I keep going. Make sure that it's matching up side to side. Didn't leave anything out. Oh, because we had to put back the other beads, that means that everything matches now. So I have all the right bead caps for both the little and the larger ones, and I didn't run out. Yep, I missed it. Look at this, all the way back here. Do you all see that? Somebody probably was like, hey, you forgot there's no bead caps right here. None. All right. We're going to try to hold this steady while I pull this out. But it's always good to check before you are done. You don't want to have to cut something that you finished and go back and do it again. I had put the bead caps away and everything. 1 and 2. Make sure these are the right ones. Pull that up just a little bit because I cannot see what I'm doing. Okay, so we got our bead caps, and now we can move on. But yes, it's always good to check back over your work, make sure everything is correct before you put your crimp on, crimp your bead and everything, and you gotta cut it and go back. I think once you crimp it, there's really not a lot of room to try to put it, you know, to re-crimp it because you've cut the excess wire off. So ask me how I know. Okay, I feel like I'm still missing something. I am. I forgot this. So while I'm thinking about it, if you have not been a part of my channel before, thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope that I said something or you saw something today that would make you want to subscribe and be a part of the channel. Everyone who subscribes is part of the Slady Squad. We love to slay in everything we do, whether it's our jobs, being a mom, being a significant other, even in our hobbies. We just do what we can to make us slay. And so that's why we're the Sladies. So I hope that you stick around with us, and to all my new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it so much. On Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 o'clock p.m. on the West Coast, we do the prayer corner, and basically we come together and lift up Thanksgiving and just ask for prayer requests, and we pray for one another, and then we go on about our evening. I don't hold anybody long. We start at 9, we're done by 9:15, 9:20. And if you have a prayer request, you can put it into the chat. But if you don't want to, because you don't want anybody else knowing your business, I get it, but you still want to connect with me and ask me to pray with you and for you through the week, you can email your prayer request. I'm sorry, I'm hitting the camera. You can email me your prayer request as well. So again, that's Thursdays, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You do not have to be a subscriber. You can be a visitor. You can have your friends and family join in if they would like. And again, we are there for no longer than 15 minutes. So I am at the end, and this is the area where we changed up our finishing spot. So we took it down to just 2 repetitions of the pattern. Well, actually 1. It's the pattern, then 1 repetition, and then using the lavender, amethyst, and the bicones to close out this necklace. Yeah, it's so pretty. Let me know what you all think. I hope that you have learned something and have enjoyed watching this putting together of this necklace. Do I have 2, 4, 6? 2, 4, 6. Yes, we are good. Now I noticed that this is shorter than the blue necklace, and I'm gonna put some chain on the end. I'm gonna make like a little extension chain, so if I need to extend it out a little bit, I can. But right now we are going to put this crimp on here. And you guys, I am not going to put the ring on there until I'm done, because sometimes trying to see where that ring is keeps me from being able to make the crimp the way that it should be, to make it tight enough, to make it not too tight. I'm worried about the jump ring, so I'm going to leave enough space and just put the jump ring on when I'm done. And I'll just use the other side to measure how far out to make my loop. We will work on it. One of these days it'll be a bead, but right now it's done. So we're going to clip off this extra And we are all done. There we are. Awesome. So, as I was saying, this did look a little short. So I'm just gonna make some, you know how they have like extra chains so that you can adjust it if need be. Alright, so we're going to use this here to open the jump ring. And to put the lobster clasp on this side. And then on this side, we're going to just add some links. Oh, these are hard to open. So now I can either loop it here at the end, or I can go back to the first one, whichever is needed. And there we go. Beautiful necklace. Let me know what you all think. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me as I'm getting better with creating necklaces and other jewelry using the soft flex. And I want to make a bracelet and some earrings, so that will be the next video. We'll do a matching bracelet and some earrings to go with this necklace. And my mom loved her necklace, by the way, so if you want to see that video, I will link it in the description box below, and you could watch as I make the necklace using some of the beads from this same box. Well, that's it. Thank you all so much for being here. You know what we say around here, whether it's day or evening, whatever it is, wherever you are, I hope that it's good. Don't forget to pray because we really need it, and then don't forget to slay. All right, everyone. Bye.